Hey YouTube, welcome back to Universe X, and today we are here to talk about the next color that I wanted to touch on, which will be green. And not really a spoiler, you see the thumbnail, you see the title, so I hope you guys liked the in-depth long blue breakdown that I did with Amani. If you do, let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see, because there's probably some other players, including just Amani again, that I could definitely reach out to do more stuff like that. So like I said, just let me know if that's content that you enjoy. And right before we get into it, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, think about doing so, because I will be cranking out the DBS TCG content. And to be honest, really anything I think is cool Dragon Ball wise, I will be putting out. Like, I mean, I've got like more figures that I want to get soon. I'll be showing those just in case you guys want to see any of the things I have back there and be like, ooh, I want to buy that too. Or even some of the games. Like, I haven't really been doing gotching as much, so Dokkan and, you know, Legends have been kind of taking a back burner, but I can still put out videos, I think. So, that being said, let's go right into the screen cap. Here we go. So, we're going to do this a little bit faster because some of them have been, you know, 20-ish minutes. Some of them, like the last one, which was an in-depth breakdown, so I get it, but it was like over an hour. So, we're going to try to go a little fast in this one. We got, right off the bat, the leader, Gotenks, okay? Auto, when this card attacks, draw one card. Awaken, when your life is at 4 or less, or you have a green unison card with a specified cost of 2 in play. You may draw one card, switch up to one of your energy in active mode, and then add cards from your life into your hand until you have 6 life left. Then flip this card over. Flipping that card over, you get Gotenks Extravagant Assault. Permanent, your opponent's leader card can't attack your battle card. Hear that one. Auto, when this card attacks, draw one card. Then activate main once per turn, pay 1 green and choose one. Choose one of your opponent's unison cards and remove a marker from it, or you may choose 1 green card in your hand and discard it, and if you do, play 2 ghost tokens. So, and they of course have 1500 power. So, right off the bat, this dude is interesting. Of course, just being a Gotenks card, that's going to be relevant later, but he's going to be able to awaken off of having a 2-drop, you know, unison in play, which is very important for what we're going to be seeing momentarily as we go down. But also the other thing is that he can make his own army of 1500 swingers. And that's a very important thing, especially when green has the counterplay necessary to protect those. The next card on the list, Vegeta and Babidi. So on its front side, Overlord, so you know, you get to once per turn place a battle card with a servant skill at the bottom of the deck, draw one card. Auto, add 1 card from your life to your hand. When this card attacks, draw 1 card, and this card gains plus 5000 power and double strike for the turn. Awaken, when your life is at 5 or less, you may switch up to 2 of your energy to active mode, and then flip this card over. You can already tell how aggro that is, just like right off the bat. He will take 2 cards in the hand and go up to a 15k double strike. Not to mention, if you happen to have a servant card on field, you're just going to plus mad. Definite card advantage on the front, and the ability to untap energy when he awakens just shows combo extension. Next, when he flips over, Babidi and the Prince of Destruction Vegeta, Mightiest Majin. So, Overlord, once per turn, of course. Activate main once per turn, add 1 card from your life to your hand. Auto, yeah, it's like, and you draw 1 card, and this card gains 5000. Yeah, and double strike for the turn. Yeah, that's cool. Pretty standard. Like, you see it's on the front side and the back side. Activate main once per turn. Green, you may look at the bottom card of your deck, and if it's a Vegeta card with energy cost 3 or less and the servant skill, you may play it. Otherwise, return to the bottom of your deck. So, right here, you can see without seeing anything else in the deck, this guy on his backside will allow you to recycle servants to make sure you get his Overlord and an additional swing, mind you, every turn. Every turn, as long as you're stacking right, you put the correct Vegeta on the board, you swing with it, you Overlord it. And that's actually not something to be discounted whatsoever. Not to mention that this guy has the ability to turn himself into a double strike. Now, I think it's fair that it doesn't happen in the battle at this point, because, you know, that'd be a little too versatile. But yeah, he's still plussing hard, and on top of plussing hard, he's doing things right here. This is, when he awakens, he adds another swing and double strike. That's enough said. Moving down, SS3, Vegeta, Peerless Warrior. He's a 2-cost unison at base. Auto, once per turn, when you activate a union skill, draw 1 card. +2, activate main, choose all of your mono green battle cards and they gain revenge until the start of your next turn. Unless they're blockers, I'm not really seeing that. But -7, activate main. If your leader card is mono green, look at your opponent's life and place one card amongst them into the drop area, and then your opponent shuffles their life, chooses 3 cards in their hand, and discards them. Cool. So you can see some pretty cool things right there. I mean, when you're making a mountain of ghost tokens, giving them, well, I guess it's not a battle card, is it? It's not a battle card, so it's kind of weird. It's +2. I'm gonna have to play with that a little bit more. There might be something I'm overlooking here, but the -7 is definitely powerful. Like, the -7 is horrendously powerful. And also, this guy will help offset your union skills, because lots of union skills might have you draw 1 or 2 to offset what you use to union them, but this guy will add an additional draw to that, making some of them not even break evens anymore. Well, actually, strictly break evens. Kind of more if you consider the body to be, you know, an asset. Then you got Dark Broly, Overwhelming Evil. So he's got double strike, auto. Once per turn, when a marker is removed from this card by a skill, your opponent chooses 1 card from their hand and discards it. +2, activate main. You may choose 1 card in your hand and discard it. If you do, your opponent chooses 1 card from their hand, discards it, and then chooses 1 of their battle cards and KOs it. Old Broly effect on a unison, yo. The power creep is real. Then it's 0. If your leader card is green, choose up to 1 of your opponent's unison cards and remove a marker from it. So this guy's interesting. He's his +0 is unison control. His +2 is a huge swing. This is literally a huge swing. Choose 1 card from your opponent's hand and discard it. Now, it doesn't have an ult, but at the same time, this guy, left unchecked, will just pick at your opponent's hand, as well as their, you know, it's strong. It's strong. It's a 20k body with double strike, and it's only 3 cost. So yeah, man, this is not the card to play around with. Like, he does some things. Moving forward, you've got Great Sandman, Vanquisher of Villainy. He's just the normal cycle of placing at bottom, drawing 2, which can also set up for your servant plays with the Majin Vegeta leader, so don't negate that. Now, moving forward, you're going to start seeing some other things. Prince of Destruction Vegeta, Prideful Warrior. Deflect and Triple Strike and Servant. If your leader card is mono green, when this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's unison cards and remove 3 markers from it. That's powerful. However, this guy is a 4-drop, so that's a little meaty. Might be better in draft play than it is in, you know, standard play, because your 4 drops, 4 energy and something needs to do something. Now, moving forward though, Prince of Destruction Vegeta, Life and Death. Now, this is the guy that I want to focus on because he is the prime target for your Vegeta leader shuffling back to the field. He's a 20k double strike with Servant, which means he is a 30k double strike. Auto once per turn. When your opponent activates a counter skill, switch this card to active mode. So what you're getting here, you can already see the 1-2 combo. Once your leader's awakened, this is the guy you're bringing to the field to swing for double strike, to then swing with your leader, swing with whatever's on your board, and if anytime your opponent uses a counter after this guy is swung, he's standing back up. So the possibility for extreme amounts of damage early is very nigh. Scrolling down, excellent card, Chef's Kiss. Scrolling down, Mighty Strike Prince of Destruction Vegeta. He's a 2-cost, counter attack, negate the attack, play this card, then look at the top 7 cards from your deck, add up to 1 green unison with a specified cost of 3 among them to your hand, then shuffle your deck, and he's got Servant. You've got Videl, a hero's daughter, blocker. If you have a green unison play, you just draw 1 card, so it's a floater. Majin Buu, Ghastly Energy, Barrier. If your leader card is green, when this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's unison cards and remove a marker from it. Part of the standard cycle. Babidi, Evil Mind Snatcher. When this card is played, choose 1. Activate up to 1 Majin Quickening from your deck or hand, then shuffle your deck if you look through it. Or you can look at the top 7 cards of your deck, add up to 1 Vegeta with the Servant skill amongst them from to your hand, shuffle your deck. This guy's important because Majin Quickening is important, but we won't get to that until a little later. Babidi, creator of Majin Buu. He's got Overlord. And yeah, so basically auto, when this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, choose up to 1 green battle card with energy cost of 3 or less in the Servant skill in your hand and play it. Okay, so it has to be by skill, it can't be by battle, so this guy's a little situational. We're gonna scroll over it. Deborah, King of the Demon Realm. Auto, if your leader card is green, you choose 1 of your opponent's unison cards and remove a marker from it. When this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's unison cards and remove a marker from it. So you can play this guy, remove off of your Broly Unison, remove something from your opponent's Unison, but then also neg them a card in hand and blow up one of their battle cards. It starts getting very, very strong. This is very, very, very strong with that. But you know, Unisons are still like, some decks play a lot of them, or more so than others. I think it's not quite at the point where we can just say that this is 100% going to just land every time you see it. SS3 Son Goku to new extremes. Dual attack. Counterplay. If your leader card is green and you choose one of your Unison cards and remove a marker from it, play this card. Then if the battle card being played has an injury cost of 5 or less, it is placed in the owner's drop area instead of being played. However, it is a 4 cost. So, ooh. I yawn just thinking about how slow this might come out in most green decks. Now, again, if I'm wrong, correct me in the comments. It just seems like that's a little hefty. And it needs the Unison on board too. So it's hefty and it's circumstantial. Super Saiyan Son Goku, he's just a vanilla. Son Gohan, just vanilla, but the art is fire. If you see any foils, ship them to me. Same with this one. Son Gohan here to help. He's a super combo, but he's a Gohan. Son Goten, Bonds of Friendship. So he's got critical, he's a 3-drop. Activate main. If your leader card is green, yeah, it costs 1 green. If your leader card is a green Gotenks card, and you discard this card from your hand, play or add to your hand up to 1 green Trunks Youth with an injury cost of 3 from your deck that shuffle your deck. So you guys can already kind of see how these work, right? These cards are good. You get the same effect on this one. If your leader card is green Gotenks and you discard this card from your hand, play or add up to your into your hand 1 Son Goten, injury cost of 3 from your deck, shuffle your deck. If this card is discarded from your hand by a Union skill, look at the top 7 cards at the top of your deck. Add up to 1 green Unison card, specify cost of 2 amongst them to your hand, shuffle your deck. So these guys are 1-drops, even though they are 3-drops in hand. And on top of being 1-drops, something that's really disgusting about this is, you know, critical on a 1-drop, a search effect if discarded by a Union, but also these guys can fish for a little more than you thought. Like Trunks Bonds of Friendship, you can search out the Super Saiyan Goten from set 1 if you just need some spot removal for a level 3 or lower. These get very, very versatile. Now, SS Gotenks Friendship Fusion. Unique, critical, Union Fusion for 1 green. Permanent, if this card be removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, you may choose 1 card in your hand and discard it instead. So you can start to see the stacks, just the attacks build up over this. And this is critical, a 19 critical that you can jump out for 1 energy. Not to mention, if you are running the Union and you play this and you drop the Trunks and Goten from this set, you are going to be breaking, well, almost breaking even. You're going to draw 1, you're going to search 1, and then this Goten's going to come on the field. So we got some interesting things there. Next, now this guy is huge. SS3 Gotenks All Out Assault. He is a 5 cost, but he's got Deflect, Double Strike, EX Evolve, 2 green on Gotenks with an energy cost of 3 or 6. And you already know what we just saw a little bit ago. Let me just back up real quick. You've got this guy sitting at 6, so you can see that. But we also have some other Gotenks, like he could EX Evolve over the original 3-drop Gotenks from set 1 if you so chose to play it. So that's interesting. And then Union Fusion, he will 3 energy, draw 1 card. Cool. And so if you have the Union and you use that Trunks, you're literally not even you're breaking complete even and summoning this beast of a card. Now auto, if your leader card is green, when this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's Unison cards, remove 2 markers from it, then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO it. Wild. This guy affects the board when he comes down. He's a 30k double striker. Do not get it twisted. This guy will hurt. Now, moving on, Majin Buu looking for a fight. He's a 3-drop deflect. When this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards at an energy cost of 4 or less and KO it. I like clean removal. He is a 3-cost clean removal with deflect. That gives you, that's my stamp of approval right there. Now moving forward, this guy is where the pain starts. Or at least where the pain ends there, more like double strike and dual attack. That's 4 damage if not, not dealt with. He's 25. EX Evolve for 1 green, Majin Buu Xeno with an energy cost of 5. Auto, when this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, play up to 1 green Majin Buu card with an energy cost of 3 from your drop area, then add up to 1 Dark Dragon Ball card from your drop area to your hand. Okay, so this is a neat little circle because you put him out, and if he gets removed by an opponent's skill, he will just drop this Boo again, who will blow up something, and then he'll get the Dragon Ball back to your hand, allowing you to play the line again. Okay, so we're gonna go down and we're gonna see where more of this goes. Majin Buu Dark Parasite. Deflect auto. If your leader card is green, you choose one of your unison cards and remove a marker from it. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's unison cards, remove a marker from it. Then your opponent chooses one card from their hand and one of their battle cards and place them in their owner's drops. Very good. And you can see how the swings are adding up again, because you know that 3-drop Boo is going to somehow turn into this 5-drop Boo, which is going to turn into the 7-drop Boo. Now you got Deborah. Demon God Deborah, Dark Dominion. Activate main. If your leader card is green, you discard this card from your hand and choose up to one of your unison cards and remove a marker from it. Add up to one green Dark Dragon Ball from your deck or drop area to your hand and shuffle your deck if you look through it. It's recursion, but I don't think the deck necessarily needs it. Deborah Dark Gambit. Activate main. Green. If your leader card is green and you discard this card from your hand, choose up to one card in your opponent's battle area with an energy cost of 1 in the field skill and place it on a drop area. So just quick, easy 1-drop field removal. I like. Now, look at this Dragon Ball. 3-star Dragon Ball, Parasitic Darkness. Now, it's going to gain Dark Dragon Ball in all areas. Activate battle, choose one of your cards and it gains plus 5,000 for the battle. Now activate main, choose one mono green Majin Buu card with an energy cost of 3 in your battlefield. Place this card under it. Choose up to one green Majin Buu Zeno card with an energy cost of 5 or less in your deck. Play it on top of the chosen card in active mode, then shuffle your deck if you look through it. So this is what I'm saying. You will be able to have the 3-drop Boo. If your 7-drop Boo goes, 3-drop Boo comes out, smoke something. Then as soon as you have a turn, you can put this ball under it, which you get back just from the effect, and then get back into 5-drop. And then if you have another 7-drop, you can EXE ball all over again. So the cycle is very, very strong. And that's a swing from the 3-drop, a swing from the 20 or from the 20k 5-drop, and then going into this guy, and it's interesting. Actually, you want to swing because it just goes on top, it doesn't put it in active mode. I apologize. But that's still just a very, very strong. Now, look at Majin Quickening. This is where we start getting into things like this too. Field, auto. When you add cards from your life or to your hand, from your life to your hand, or place cards from your life in the drop area, place the top card of your deck under this card. Activate main. If your leader card is a green Evil Wizard Bobby card and you place this card and 4 other cards underneath it to the drop area, play one green Majin Buu with an energy cost of 3 from your deck or drop area, then shuffle your deck if you look through. So playing Majin Quickening early game, you're going to just need to awaken 4 times, self-awaken 4 life. And then you automatically, no matter what you're doing in the game, are just going to rip a 3-drop Majin Buu to the field and then start your Buu chain. Do not underestimate this card. It works like a charm. Final Explosion. Activate battle. If your leader card is a green Vegeta card, choose up to one of your cards. It gets plus 10,000 power for the battle. Then choose up to one of your unison cards and you remove a marker from it. If you do, choose up to one of your opponent's unison cards and remove a marker from it. You can't hear the crickets in the background, but they're there outside. They're there in this room, actually, in spirit, because I don't really mess with this card. Boo Boo Volleyball. Counterattack. If your leader card is a green Gotenks card, negate the attack, then you may choose one card in your hand and discard it. If you do, add up to one green Sun Goten card with an attack of 15,000 power, and then one green Trunks do the same from the drop area to the hand. I like this card a lot because it negates an attack, and then it may be a break even completely. However, you get to change a negate going to the grave and maybe a card you can't combo with right now into 2 combo cards, and we can't discount that at all. That's very, very, very good. They even kept it at 15 and 15, so you couldn't recur the Trunks super combo. So hey, we're out here. And that is actually it for all the green cards. Like I said, I will go into depth with maybe some of the deck builds. I do want to kind of tweak with both Gotenks and Majin Vegeta, but those videos are in the works. So I hope you guys enjoyed the quick little overview of the new green cards, and I hope to see you guys next time you decide to drop by Universe X. If you want to hit that subscribe button one more time, I'll remind you the notification button, but we will keep going strong with the content. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.